Hello, guys, and welcome to day 10, which is the last day of our challenge. We hope that you've enjoyed it as much as we did. So for today's challenge, we've decided to do a little recap and talk to you about the things that we've learned from the early days of online teaching. So one of the first things that I realized when I became an online teacher is that it's a really steep learning curve. And it's not only difficult or challenging for the teacher, it can also be difficult for the students. So I think we have to keep it in mind when giving those online lessons, and just check on our students every now and again, how they're dealing with it, how they're managing, and if they're learning actually.
For me personally, the most important thing that I keep coming back to is my need to allow myself to experiment. And I think it's one of the best ways to discover new things, discover new resources, try out new things, and become more and more confident. The more you do something, the better you become. And the question I keep coming back to is, what's the worst thing that can happen? I keep asking my students for feedback, and whenever I'm insecure, I feel that they can give me the best advice. They always know when something is interesting and engaging for them, and I can feel it. I know it's really difficult to gauge whether students are engaged and or they enjoy something because of the screen being a bit of a barrier, but the more you teach and experiment online, you will become better at knowing what works and what doesn't.
Yeah, exactly. I totally agree. And another thing that I've realized is that teaching online is really exhausting. And it's important to remember to take breaks, to look after ourselves, and to just give ourselves some slack. And I think once we've become a little bit more confident, it's going to feel very, very rewarding.
Definitely. It's nothing better than hearing your students say they enjoyed something and seeing them make progress. And that's when you know that things are getting easier. So that's another thing that I've definitely learned, that no matter how difficult it may seem at times, it does get easier, and it becomes even enjoyable if you let it.
Absolutely. It's definitely enjoyable for me. I think for you, Alex, as well.
Definitely.
Yeah, and I think there is one more thing that can make it this whole journey a little bit easier. It's having a community of like-minded people, of professionals who have similar values, and we want to build this kind of community. We want to keep in touch with you guys, so please stay in touch with us. We want to keep creating content, videos, articles, and posts that are going to help you develop professionally. And as a little gift, at the end of this challenge, we have created a little resource book. We're going to post a link to it underneath this video. So please go ahead and download it for free. It's a collection of links, tools, and all sorts of things that we think will be useful for you. In return, we'd love to ask for your feedback. So we've prepared this questionnaire, and we are going to ask you a few questions about the type of content, type of videos, posts, or articles that you would find useful, but also questions about your routines or your habit in terms of professional development, so we can get to know you a little bit better and serve you a little bit better. It's been a pleasure, and see you guys next time.
Thank you for following. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for everything. Hopefully, we'll be around, and yeah, stay in touch. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, follow us, and share.